Welcome to CSCCR Chamber Connects. I have a special guest with us today, and it happens to be Bernie Moyle from the Country Club of Coral Springs. Welcome, Bernie.
Hello, and how are you today?
I'm great. It's so nice
Good.
to see you.
Well, it's nice to be seen. I got to say, we're, we're working our way not only through some nasty weather this weekend, but also through everything else we're dealing with. So all we can do is look forward and move forward, and I wish everybody the best.
So Bernie, some exciting news is during this time when most of us have been quarantined and locked up, we have an opportunity to play golf at the Country Club of Coral Springs. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on with golf at the Country Club?
Sure. So, well, subject to Mother Nature and weather, we're open. We've had a lot of play because, as you can imagine, for a while, people really couldn't get out that much. So golf was one of the sports in which people could engage. So they did. And I don't mind telling you that our tee times were filled up.
That's
In
great.
addition, another interesting aspect was that due to the requirement that you could only have one person per cart, the game actually sped up. So a typical round of golf that might take 4 hours and 15 minutes actually was taking about 3 hours and 40 minutes. So for those who complain about golf taking up too much of their day, this has actually sped up the game. That's been interesting.
That's great. Are you doing any special safety precautions for golfers at the club?
Oh yeah, we're following all of the state recommendations, the county recommendations, the CDC recommendations, but simply put, for example, our outside operations folks are not allowed to touch the bag or anything that you might put in the cart. So when you finish playing, you'll pull your cart up. You have to empty your own trash. They're not allowed to touch it. When it's empty, then our ops folks take the cart around to the cart barn and they clean it out with the blower first, and then they hose it down, and then they disinfect it with a pressure disinfectant with a chemical approved by the CDC, and then we wipe it down, and then we bring it back around and put it back into use. So everything is clean. Likewise, inside, we're following all the requirements with plexiglass on the countertop, necessary distancing, spacing apart our tables. So all of the requirements that you're used to have been followed.
Okay, great. So if somebody wanted to go have lunch there or, dinner, are you open?
We've never been so much a dinner operation. I leave that up to the likes of Tabalinos and Runyons and those guys. But no, we're more focused on lunch and eating that, how should I say it, contributes to the enjoyment of golf. So whether that's having lunch before or between the two nines, picking up something at the window or having it afterwards, we're open. And what we've done, because business has been so harshly impacted by COVID-19, is we've reduced our kitchen operations so that right now we operate a cold sandwich station for some really, frankly, fantastic sandwiches and wraps. And then Wednesday through Sunday, we have the grill working outside. So for example, this weekend, in addition to the burgers and the hot dogs and the chicken, we had kebabs. We had shrimp and vegetable kebabs and chicken and vegetable kebabs. And frankly, every one of them that we made was sold. They were really, really good. So yeah, it's not your typical sit-down restaurant. It's typically attendant to golf, but we're open for lunch, and folks who want to come by and either sit outside on the patio or enjoy the air conditioning inside, we'd love to have them for lunch and the occasional cocktail.
Okay, so I might consider taking up golf now. If somebody wants, there's not much else to do. If somebody wanted to come and play golf, what could they do? Do they have to be a member?
No, you don't have to be a member. However, speaking of membership, what we did is we put together, at first I called it the COVID-19 membership, but then we renamed it more appropriately. We just call it the Silver membership. And what's really interesting about it is for $300 a year, not a month, $300 a year, you can become a member of the club and have access to golf with limited tee times, because our full members have access to the choice tee times, which are, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, etc. But if you're an afternoon golfer, golf after 11 o'clock in the morning, it's the perfect membership for you. You pay a little bit higher cart fee than the members do, but it gives you full access, and you feel like a member of the club. You walk in and say, "Yeah, I'm a member." So it's very, very affordable. Call it a social membership if you'd like, but it's really kind of focused on golf. But for you, and I recommend this to everybody, definitely take lessons. We have 5 PGA professionals here, and they are all fantastic at giving lessons, from John Nelson to Bill Freising and Corey Henry on down the crowd. Come out and take lessons. Learn to putt, learn to chip, learn to hit an iron in from 150, and you'll really then enjoy the game a lot more. So I highly recommend it.
That sounds great. So if somebody wants to do that, how did they get in touch with you?
Well, CC of CS, which is short for Country Club of Coral Springs, that's our website. So
Okay.
ccofcs.com is the best way to go. And you'd think I'd know our phone number off the top of my head, but I never call it. So I'll have to look that up for you. It's 954-752-4500. But call, stop by, go on the website and contact us, and come out and take some lessons. I certainly recommend that you take more than one lesson, because as Corey and Bill will tell you, you need to take a lesson, probably take some notes, and then come out and hit a whole bunch of balls, get really frustrated. And then what happens is slowly your muscle memory changes, your brain picks it up, and lo and behold, you start striking the ball better. So highly recommended. And then the game's a lot of fun.
It sounds like a really fun thing to do. And, we're all looking for things to not feel isolated at this point. So I think golf sounds like a great idea.
It's perfect. Thank you for saying that. Great commercial.
I thank you, Bernie Moyle from the Country Club of Coral Springs.
Thank you. Bye now.